Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my Thursday night. This is part of my Now What series. Basically, you have something that's in your studio and maybe you're wondering, well, what can I do with it now? Or you bought it and you've never ever used it. Tonight, what I'm going to do, and thank you to Laura, because Laura suggested this and I just sort of flew with the idea. And also it helps when you have a little bit of inspiration from another demonstrator that's on there. So in any event, welcome. If this is one of your first times joining me on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe just down below. And also make sure that you share my video. I really, truly do appreciate that. Hello. I'm not sure who's on Facebook, but if you could let me know who you are. And hello, Lila. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I think this is amazing when I see people coming on here and joining me. So what are we going to play with today? And, you know, it's kind of funny because this is something that we've had in the past and it's still in our catalog. And that's the loose daisy embellishments. And you know what, like, I mean, it was really, really easy when we used it with Playing in the Rain with this designer series paper, but it's all retired now. So what are we going to do with it now? Do we just let it sit there or whatever? I'm not going to do a shaker card, which is something that I normally would do. I am actually going to do something a little bit different with this. So that's fun. I better put the lid on because we know something could happen to that. I am also bringing this in on one of my, I really, really like this designer series paper and the stamp set and everything else, and it's Les Shops. Now, I can't believe how many different projects that I've come up using this. But this designer series paper, I think, is the bomb. I really do. I think it's one of those ones that you can do so much with. So we're going to do that and the loose daisy embellishments. So this paper here, and so many of the different papers, I think there's 6 pieces of paper that has all these different shops on here. Like there's an art store, a clothing store. This is I think this is like a Oriental sushi sort of type thing. There is baking, there's sweets, there's books on another one. But I've gone ahead and I've cut out this particular one. I was actually going to do it with this one. And this one would be great. So with this one. So I'm kind of debating, do I use this or this? And you know what? I think for this particular card, I'm going to use this, and I'm hoping that it's not too big. Now, I'm wondering, you know what? I have this one cut out. I'm going to kind of show you, and then we can kind of make up our mind what's going to be on there. With the daisies, yes. So, okay, with this particular one, what I'm doing is I'm just cutting this out. There's no dies for these particular shops, but there's dies for all the accessories. Like you have dies for the canopy, you have dies for the pots and that sort of stuff. So you don't have dies for these particular ones. So I'm just going to go ahead. And I'm thinking if I do this one, I might have to add something else to it, but that's okay. We can do that as well. So I'm just quickly fussy cutting these out. Remember, when you fussy cut is to move the paper. I've cut out a couple of these just in case I need them. And then I have to decide, am I going to use this one or am I going to use this one? And we can kind of go through together and figure that out. All right, so I also have this awning here that I want to cut out. Oops. I'm going to get that a little closer to the thing there. But it's, you know, you have to kind of just go and figure out what else can I do with this particular project. Like I say, it's one of my accountability partners that I have. Michelle, and she showed me something that she kind of did using these daisies, and I thought it was brilliant. So I'm going ahead and doing it that way as well. Hot there, hot here too today. I did spend some time. I was outside talking with a team member for quite a while. And I couldn't believe how hot it really was. Oh, you just got an order and you ordered it. Okay, we're going to use boho blue. And I probably should have used, instead of this, I should have not used this color. I probably should have used balmy blue. And you know what? I think I'm going to go change that. And let's go ahead and I'll show you how I cut this particular card, because this one definitely doesn't go with the boho blue. And I don't know why I did boho blue, but this way at least I can show you what I did and how I've cut this. So I'm doing what I think is, well, that's how I am right now, is I am doing, it's going to be a center easel fold card. So let me just go in. I'm going to cut this 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to score it at 4 1/4. It's usually how I do all of that. Now I have on here, this one doesn't have the scoring blades. And guess what? On the online exclusives, you know how these scoring blades sometimes fall out of here? They don't wear down, but they fall out. You can now get these on the online exclusives, which I'm excited about. So I ordered some. When I drop these on the floor, what happens is my dog gets them. So that's the scary part. All right, so I'm going to come over and I'm going to do this at 1.5 inches. And I'm going to measure down from this fold line at 1.5 inches. This might be too far over. Maybe I'll go 1 1/4 inches instead of 1.5 on each side. And that means I'm going to have to cut my designer series paper. And then again, we're going to go at 1 1/4. And I'm just coming from this score line. See if we're cutting from that score line. Just like that. And then because I want to do kind of an easel fold here, I'm going to measure for the centerpiece, I'm going to measure 1/2 of 4 1/4 to 1 1/8. And then I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to score along here. And this is probably better that I've actually gone ahead and showed you how to do this part. All right, so what's going to happen with this card is it's going to come like this. And it's just going to be an easel that comes like this. Okay, I can see a lot of different things that I shouldn't have done with this particular one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to measure. This piece is 3 inches by 4 1/4. So I need a piece of the balmy blue that's 3 inches by 4 1/4. So I'll just go down here and just quickly cut that. Now I don't usually do this type of a card when I'm on a Thursday night, but I wanted to show this particular card. So this is going to be an easel that goes like this. This is going to go down and this goes like this. And then we're going to go ahead. And now I have to decide, do I want to put this house on there? Oh, and I have a piece of white as well. Let's see. This was 3 inches by 4 1/4. We are going to go 2 3/4 inches by 4 inches by 4 inches. There we go. There we go. So that's going to sort of go onto here, just like this. And like I say, this is going to work like an easel. Okay. Like I say, because I changed the measurements on here. All right. So these are going to have to be cut. Now on the back of this designer series paper, you see this paper here. I've gone ahead and I've cut this 1 inch. And I have this 1 1/2, but we're going to have to cut this down. And I think the best way to cut it down is I'm going to just do this. This was 1 1/4. I'm going to make it 1 3/8. or one. Let's see. I can't believe I'm going ahead and doing that. One. This is 1 1/4, 1 1/8 on both of those. I'm hoping that that's going to be okay. Should have probably just kept it to the measurements that I had. The daisies, yes. Yeah, Laura, thank you very much for the suggestion. Like I say, anybody can go ahead and make a suggestion as long as it's in the current offerings. I can go ahead and do this for sure. Now, I'm thinking that I've lost that one piece. Oh, there we go. No, I want that other house. Oh, you guys, I can't believe this happens to me all the time. I've got this. All right. So I'm thinking that this house could go on here, and that other house would have gone just fine. Oh, darn it. Oh, here it is. So see how when I put this on here, I'm going to layer this onto this part here. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll get that out of the way. And this is going to act as the easel part. And yet, no, I haven't used the loose daisies yet. So let's do this. And this, to act as the easel, is just going to go there. But what I'm going to do is I'm coming in and putting this cardstock just like so. We're going to put that there. And and this one is going to go on here as well. So let's go ahead and put that designer series paper. That's on the back of that one. Just like so. Now, I could have done a shaker card with this as well. They have some excellent shaker type elements. Like there's the sparkles and those sequins, those colorful sequins. There we go. And then these can go ahead. And I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this part down. Let's just put that there. I'm going to put this part down. This is such a fun set, you guys. If you like paying attention to detail, it's so fun. Now that is a little uneven. So I'm just coming in with my painter sander block. And I'm just going to do that and just take that rough edge off of there. There we go. Let's put that on there. Let's see, what have we got here? Oh, Betty says she's looking forward to tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is our stamp camp using Fresh as a Daisy or Cheerful Daisies if you're looking for the stamp set and the dies. We start at 3 o'clock. It's fun. There's quite a few participants in this particular one, so it's going to be great to have that many people in there. All right, so like I say, this we're going to put right on here. And then this is when we're going to turn around and make up our mind which one we want to have on here. Now, this one also needs some white on the inside here. I don't think that this is enough. I'm actually going to go grab another piece of the basic white and cut that. And this will be, I thought I was going to have to cancel this thing tonight, 3 inches, so 2 3/4 by 4, because I couldn't find my phone. And I was looking for my phone. And what happened was it kept ringing and I could not find it. It had gone in my drawer that I have with my desk here. I have a drawer that this desk goes up and down. And in any event, I couldn't find it. And I went, oh my goodness. So anyways, we've got this going in here. We're going to leave that. We're going to figure out what we're going to put on there. But on here now, do we want to put this shop on the front or this shop? I think with it being the other size, I can put this on here. So I've got this I can use later. So let's go ahead and let's doctor this up. And this is where we're going to put this on here. So I went and I cut another awning. And what I want to do is I want this awning to kind of stick up. So let me just glue this here. We're going to come here. Oops, got all that glue all over the place there. There we go. There we go. So now you see how this awning is going to pop up a bit. And then I have this awning as well, and I'm going to put that over top of that. So I've cut these out from the dies. Actually, this piece was left on my desk. Let's see, that's just going to go on here. Like I say, you have to like detail to like this particular stamp set, but boy, it is fun to play with. So I'm just going to come in with the mini dimensionals. Oops. And I'm going to put, whoops, oh, that's still wet there. And I'm picking these out because the backing's off of these ones right here. So I don't want those to stick on all my other product. So let's just put that away. And let's put this over top of the door. Quaint, right? There we go. Then this part can go on here, but I want to kind of pop this up. But let's get, I know I haven't used the daisies yet. So let's go ahead and put this tree right there. So we'll put a dimensional on there. So in here. All right. We're going to put this right beside the door. Now let's bring these out. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come with my glue. And on here, I don't know if you can see or not, there's some flowers up there. So I'm just going to come. Oops, now this is, we're going to have to let this dry or set a bit. Now, there's also a greenery that would have worked quite well, and then you put some of the flowers in there as well. There we go, and one there. And then I also thought it would be nice to have a nice flowering shrub. Let's try that. We might have to add more. And you know that on the end of your take your pick is the putty. So let's go ahead and start putting these flowers up here. And if you wanted to change the color of those white ones, you could turn around and change the color. And put a couple on that one. going to not, I don't want them in a line, so I'm going to just bring that down. Oops. There we go. I can say a little tedious, but it works. Put that there. Oh, come on. Whoops. My flowers are coming off. I could have used glue dots as well. These should be sticking really good with that glue. As it sets, it will. All right, so let's put some more on here. Boy, it does not want to stick. Well, I'm going to put, let's put this here. Come in with just not the end there. Use the sharp point. And this one should maybe have a couple more flowers on it. You know what? We can have one on the ground. Let's go here. I'm not watching the comments, so I'm sorry. All right. Let's see. Let me go on and look at the comments. I'm sorry. Ugh. They're usually not this hard to deal with. I'm going to put this one on the ground. Whoops. I really want to have another white one on there. There we go. Oh my goodness. Look at this, and me and my glue. And let's see. I think these would be really nice done in different colors as well. Let's go ahead and put one here. And we're going to put one underneath here. Fussy, fussy. There. And once these are glued on, though, they will be on there forever. Because this glue is so good that way. Okay. And I don't want an uneven amount of flowers on here. But it kind of looks like we're going to. Let's put this one down here. There we go. I'm trying to show the advantage of, here we go. So see how that's got flowers on there? Now, isn't that kind of a great idea to put the flowers on there? I think I can put some more on there. I think if I was going to do this in the future, I would maybe just put a whole strip of glue across there and just put the flowers on. But these would be okay. All right, so we've got this like that. So see how we've got those flowers on there. So let's go ahead and we're going to pop this up here. Let's get rid of this here. All right. Now, we need a stopper on here too. So let me, you know what? I don't think I need that much on here. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this part because I'm going to put the stopper on there. When the stopper being for that, the easel to sit up. Let's see. My goodness, I'm sorry, you guys. I have missed so many comments under the blue piece. Oh my goodness. You know, I know what it's like to lose it, and I can see it. That's the sad part. Like, I can see these things when I'm not this close to it. It's amazing how you can see it. Okay, and you know what? This has some really neat, oops, I just lost another flower. This has some really neat, this brick type DSP. So I think what I'll do is I'll come and I'll put like maybe an inch, let's see, an inch and a quarter down there. Maybe we'll see what that looks like. And that was by 3 inches, right? Or is this enough? I think this might even be enough. So let's do this by 3 inches. This paper just is so easy to work with. So we could put this down here. Whoops, it's not 3 inches, it's 2 3/4. There we go. That's going to go down there. Let's go ahead and put that right there. And then I can pop up this, excuse me, so I think what I'll do is, whoops. Excuse me. And then we'll pop this up. Making sure that we use all of our scraps off of here. I can put that all down there. So I'll put that all in one. Here, put something in the middle there so that it doesn't, so it pops up for sure. Now, what are you thinking of this Les Shops? It is. It's great. It's great paper. I think Stampin' Up has done an amazing job with their designer series paper. I really do. I'm so glad I'm not the way I used to be years ago. I would not do any thing with designer series paper. So let's just put that like that. And then this is going to fit up like this. We have this awning going. We have our flowers on there. So let's go ahead and put a sentiment on here. The sentiment I really think on here is "You're such a sweet treat," because of the sweet shop, right? Let's see. I think this is the one. Yeah, "You're such a sweet treat." Let's go ahead and put that onto a block. And now I'm thinking that Misty Moonlight might be the good color for this. Such a good, sweet treat. Like that. And then what we can do is we can cut this. This is why I should always use a trimmer. And then I've got this blue. And let's trim that down as well. So this is 5/8 approximately. So we're going to go 7/8 on here. Might be too big, but let's try that. Yep, that'll be good. And just cut a piece off here. This is how I do all my scrapbooking. So I cut it as I go. Mind you, I haven't scrapbooked in ages, so. All right, so I'm just going to come and we'll put this on here. Got a couple of these pieces here. We're going to get this whole piece used. let's go ahead and put that on there. And I don't think that you're going to need any other embellishments with them other than those loose daisies. Such a sweet treat. Might have to trim this a bit. No, we're okay. And now what I want to do is I want to make sure that this is good and popped up. So there's that one. Now I can get rid of that. And let's see, and I guess we'll get rid of these. And then I've gotten rid of all of my dimensionals on these two little pieces here. It is. It's very pretty. Oh, Betty, you sent 9 cards. That's great. Thank you, Michelle. You've got to make sure if you buy them, I want you to use them. I think you really need to. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this. We want this to hold this up. So I think that's far enough because you want it to kind of go on the angle. So let me just take this off. Now, of course, I really think I should put some daisies on the inside too. What do you think? Should I put some daisies on the inside? Oh, your stamps go up on Saturday. Well, we in Canada have, like, if you buy a stamp and the stamp price goes up, you can use that stamp because of the way that they do it. It's really kind of cool. Okay, so that's going to pop that up just like that. And do we want to put some flowers down here? I've got the daisies. You like the daisies on the plant? Yeah. Okay, I will. I'll put some on there. Now, I think if I do this a little bit different, I think what I'll do is I'll just have a pile of daisies down here. Well, 3 of them. And hopefully that's going to cover it up. Put some white ones on there. There we go. There. So the loose daisies, a different use to use it from, like I say, it went great with this designer series paper, but it's no longer available. So it's so nice to be able to, look at this. So I hope you like that. It's a fun card. It took a little bit longer than I had anticipated it to do, but that's using our loose daisy embellishments in such a way that basically we can use it and combine it with a lot of different things. Sometimes some of the best things for you to do is just to let your imagination go. So, thank you. I really appreciate that. So if you like that, give me the thumbs up. Remember to share my video. I really do appreciate it. If you do share my video, that's a great, a wonderful form of a compliment for me. Also, if you do live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Make sure that you reach out, use the host code, and don't forget about those bonus coupons. I mean, I know in Canada, for every $60 that you spend, you get $6. I think in the United States, for every 5, you get $5. Thank you. Oh, you don't like it, you love it. Oh, thanks, Pam. That's very sweet of you. In any event, I love this paper. I wasn't really taken with it, but I really like it. I think it's fun to play with, and you can do so many different things and shopping. I know my granddaughter loved the one that had the book on it. So, hey, event, you guys, we will see you on Saturday. I'm thinking I might go early. It might be 9:30 Pacific time, just because I don't want it to interfere with the stamp camp times. Normally, I would go at 10. I think I might go at 9:30. Thank you, Kathy. I really appreciate that. I I think I'll go at just maybe 9:15 to 9:30 to do my sketch challenge, just because I don't want it to interfere, like I say, with the Freshest Daisy Stamp Camp, because there's a presentation at 10 o'clock. In any event, you guys have a great evening. Remember to create, because it's great for the soul. Bye for now.